Hey there, welcome to episode 248. You're in for a big treat today. I'm doing a pattern reading with Mary Bateman. And a pattern reading is something that I do with my clients. It is a place where you uncover an unconscious pattern that's running your life. Now, you may be asking the question, well, Jack, what is a pattern? A pattern is a loop that you live in order to avoid feeling something that you once believed you couldn't survive. And this is not a flaw. It's a strategy, and it's one that our nervous system builds to protect us. The problem is protecting us from something that is not true. But until we get old enough to see it with our own eyes and to make a new decision, as kids, we pick this up and we live it most of our life until we get so tired of doing what we do when we know what we know. And we wonder, how can I continue to be stuck in this same pattern? Well, here's the deal. This is no fault. This is not something you're doing wrong. This is something that every single one of us is experiencing on this planet. And until we make the unconscious conscious, it will direct our life, and we literally will call it fate. We will. Until we can see the unconscious pattern, then we can make a new decision. So at some point in our young lives, feeling shame, feeling guilt, feeling fear, feeling the feeling of full truth, powerlessness, heartbreak, it all feels too dangerous, right? So our body says, we aren't going to go there again. Let's build a way around it. And the way around it becomes a pattern. So today you're going to see firsthand one of Mary's patterns. And you're also invited to book a call with me, and I will help you uncover one of your unconscious patterns. And you'll see that in the show notes. So you'll be able to just go click the link, book a call. We'll sit down, you and I, on a Zoom, and I'll help you find your pattern. And the thing that you have to recognize, a pattern, what it's protecting us from feeling unloved. It protects us, quote unquote, has that quote unquote around it. But what we think is protecting us from, we think is protecting us from being unloved, being abandoned, being rejected, facing failure, feeling like we're not enough, losing control, losing our identity, feeling powerless, feeling broken, feeling overwhelmed. So our patterns is running the show, right? To protect us from feeling these feelings. But what you'll see is not really protecting us from those things at all. In fact, it's amping it up. And underneath every single pattern, there is a part of us that's asking the question, am I safe to feel this now? So here we go. Jump in with me. It's going to be a great conversation. Okay, I have a very, very important guest here with me today, Mary Bateman. And today we'll be jumping in together. Mary has agreed to be interviewed live here for our show to help her find a pattern. So this is a pattern reading that Mary and I will be doing. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do for work. This is what we do in our business. Tiff and I are in the business of helping people break the patterns that keep them staying small and feeling stuck in life. And Mary is a poster child for being a pattern breaker. Mary has been doing this work for a good minute. And so, Mary, why don't you jump in? So I'll have you just first introduce yourself, and then we'll jump right in and get after what pattern is wanting to be revealed today. So, Mary, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mary Bateman. In soul realms, I go by Mary Magic. I'm a spiritual guide, evolutionary astrologer, um, a ceremonialist, a flame keeper, a mindset worker, and I walk people through ritual and astrology and everything um, through the bridge between worlds. Um,
Ooh, that's exciting.
yeah.
I like that. We're all about bridging this world and the other world, right? The other worlds. And Mary, the work that you do, I know that you love it. I know you're a wild mystic. You're a ton of fun. So don't feel afraid. You can talk any way Mary would want to talk. And this is just you and me having a conversation. And you're going to be seeing for yourself one of the patterns that keeps running on a loop for you. So patterns are the things, by the end of this call, the listener, will be able to better understand what a pattern looks like, how it actually runs as a loop in our life, trying to protect us from something that ultimately, at the end of the day, we do not need protection from, but we believe we do because of our life coming up to this point, every experience we've had, the family we're born into, the religion we are born into, the culture we're born into, and then we begin running certain patterns because of the experiences that we have as people. So we're just going to jump right in, do a pattern reading. And Mary, the first question that I have for you, and if you need to take time to think, it's fine. But what's the thing you keep doing or keep avoiding?
There's so many.
Yeah, there are, huh?
Um, I mean, I would probably go with there's a loop that I keep going, and that would be the loop of doing micro magic instead of like magnitude, like what I
Okay.
would like to put out there.
So you find yourself keeping yourself playing small.
Yes.
Okay. Rather than just speaking the way you want to speak, talking about the things fully in the way. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the thing that you keep doing is playing small
Yes.
and going smaller than you are.
Yes. And sometimes I can go full on Mary, and then sometimes I can't.
Okay. But it's something you've noticed in your life keeps replaying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you give me one example of where you've actually done this, like a real life example?
Um, yes. I mean, it would probably be like I find myself struggling when I'm doing a post or doing um a video, going full on what I'm hearing and seeing and feeling. Um, I keep it palatable maybe for
Ooh.
people.
Okay. This is good. So, and a little bit for you, our listeners, Mary is a gifted healer, intuitive coach. Mary's in the business of being seen. She has to get her message out. She has things to say. She has important messages for the people that are following her and she's here to help support as their coach and their healer and their seer. And so, Mary, you playing small, right? So you're getting ready, you do the video or you're making a post. And so, what you're saying, and I'm reiterating this, and I need you to make sure I understand, is you will say things in a softer way or tone it down, or maybe not
Yeah.
use words that you would normally want to use. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get caught into the like, it's too much, it's too magical, or, maybe I won't put the ritual at the end for somebody to help them. Maybe I'll just put a mantra, just just to make it more digestible for somebody.
Okay. Okay. So now you have the experience. Keep that top of mind. And what happens in your body right before you're getting ready to post the post? You've dumbed it down. We'll just call it dumbing it down.
Yeah.
You've dumbed it down, made it what you think is palatable. And what is the immediate feeling in your body when you're dumbing it down and posting it?
it kind of goes frozen. I kind of get this
Oh,
like a little bit of a like a tremor. I like stop,
ooh.
like what will some people think? What will some people do? What will some people say?
So
Kind
you
of
can feel it in your
reaction.
body, like your body
Yeah,
literally.
literally in my body. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when that feeling hits and you're kind of clenching, your body gets kind of jittery, tight. You get a body response. And
Yes.
when that hits, what does your body believe at that point when it's feeling that way? What is it believing would happen if you just posted some big, wild, loud thing? What is it afraid would happen if you don't play small?
I what is my body? Um, I
If
mean,
you didn't play small, like what are you afraid of?
I mean, I'm afraid it's too much. I'm going to be too much. I'm afraid that I have to go back to hiding.
Oh
And
God, oh God, okay. Okay, and that's bringing up emotion. Do you feel emotional right now when you feel that feeling? Ooh,
yes.
good. That
Yeah.
means we are right where we need to be. So you feel like if I were to just be my true self, then I'd have to go back into hiding.
Yes, because I feel and I kind of have many different things that kind of come up for me, but feel like I feel it I feel like it goes back to like childhood where I couldn't speak what I could see, and then I have to shut it down. And when you see a lot, you don't want to, you have a hard time shutting it down sometimes. So the easiest way to shut it down with other people is to hide, if that makes sense.
Okay, very good. And just hold space for this pattern. Like this is a learned pattern, a learned behavior, a system that your body adapted and adopted and then adapted to in order to quote unquote keep you safe. Right.
Right.
So then if you were to have to go back into hiding, what would that mean about you? If that literally happened and it was too much for people and you had to like bring yourself back down into hiding, what would it mean about you?
I mean,
That if you're too much, if your words, if you were to post and just be wild and free and people see it, and then you're like, oh my God, then people are going to have a problem with it.
yeah. Um,
That if the way you are, what would it mean about you?
I mean, basically, I'm too weird. I'm too quirky. I'm too Mary, is something I
Okay.
like to say.
To Mary.
But I mean, I'm not accepted. I'm not lovable. I'm not. Um, yeah, I'm not, I'm not lovable. Probably would where it would break down.
Okay. But that you being your most natural self is too much.
It's too much. Yeah,
Like you're just too fucking much.
too much. Living in the clouds, not on Earth.
Oh boy. Okay. So then the next question I have for you, so we can really keep looking at how this pattern is the full scope of how it's impacting your life. So then you have a thought, a belief that you carry that I'm just too much, I'm too much, too big, too much for people. And when you are believing that I'm too much, I need to hide, I've got to get small, how do you behave? How do you act?
Um, I shut down. I go inward. I become quiet. Um, it's almost like hiding within myself. So yeah, I may be present, but I'm not present. So I can
Um,
actually tune out other people, they could talk to me and I wouldn't hear them when I do that.
Oh
So,
my God. So, but they may think you're actually there because your body,
yeah,
you're present, but you retreat into your inner world where you can create a buffer between you and everything.
absolutely.
How does
Yeah.
that impact your life and your body and your business?
Um, well, I mean, I've had major stomach issues since I was 5 years old and they could never figure it out.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I just remember going in and like they were x-raying, I had to drink all this stuff and they couldn't figure out what it was, but and then I have, so it affects my stomach, my intestines mostly. Um and then yeah, I mean physically that's kind of where it goes. It goes straight to the gut. And then it affects obviously like my throat chakra because I shut down once again. So it's safer for me not to speak than to speak.
And then how would that and does that directly impact your ability to grow your business?
Oh, it's been a challenge because let's be real. I mean, I play with dragons.
Right?
And I mean, if, yeah. So yeah, it affects me because it holds me back. And when it holds me back, I can't do what I want or what I know that I'm doing. And it takes me, you know, 3, 4, 5 times as long to get to where I'm going because it's this, two or maybe 5 steps forward and 10 steps back. And then I have to
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
So the pattern that your mind body created to protect you, right? Because every pattern that we have is built by us to protect us from this part, right? Of like
Yeah.
that if we're seen, we're going to cause problems, that we're too much. And if we'll just tone everything back and hold everything in, and for you, it goes to revert within yourself, which could be considered dissociation or really coming away from being absolutely present in the moment. And that pattern has been running to protect you from your bigness.
Yeah.
When would you say that it's actually protecting you or is it making things worse?
I would probably say it's making things worse. I think in my head, I think it's protecting me in the moment
Okay, let's
because
talk.
that's what I've done, right?
Right, but this is the crux right here. This is where, because what we're doing is bringing something that's been running in an unconscious loop over and over and over that's familiar. Anything that's familiar, we're going to be comfortable with because it's what we know. So your pattern is to be getting ready to speak your truth, say something, post something, make a video, speak your truth in a relationship, in a conversation. And then there's a part of you that's like, danger, danger, danger. No, 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 no. Fix your words, fix the way this is going to be seen, pull back. Don't do the whole thing because if you do the whole thing, people are going to think you're weird. They're going to think you're too weird. So then the pattern runs, you make yourself small to some degree as much as you can. And then you go small. And then when you're small and you're sitting in the closet or down in that little box inside of yourself, it is it is literally killing your ability to connect
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
others, with the world, with your business, with the people you love, because you go into unconscious separation. Like I've got to protect myself. And so because Mary, the truth is you were never, ever, ever born too big. You were born into a box that was way too fucking small. And that box was created by the family, the culture, the religion that you were born into. So that box had a size that Mary was supposed to fit into. And would you say you have ever fucking fit into the box that you were stuffed into when you came into this world?
No, never. I never felt, I never felt right. Well, I shouldn't say right. I never felt accepted for who I was because I was so outside that goddamn box. But
Right.
shoving myself back into it or just shutting down so that others couldn't see the other part of it or the other who I truly was. Let's put it that way. I was walking around being someone I totally wasn't. And
Right.
that was the hard part.
Like that's like being dead,
Yeah.
trying to live, but like being dead. And that's what the pattern has been repeating. Because, yes, as a little kid, it allowed you to go along to get along to some degree by learning how to try to make yourself smaller so that you were more palatable. But that pattern of making yourself smaller in order to be palatable, that pattern alone, what has it robbed you of?
Me, like being fully unapologetically me.
Right? With all your dragons and your magic and your magical potions and tea ceremonies and sings and being an intuitive and a seer and a healer and an astrologer and a massively creative person that creates big, really, really big. So can you see at this moment how that pattern has been impacting your life?
Yeah, I mean, and definitely like just going through this healing journey the past 3 years has been just monumental in changing my sight towards myself. And I can see who I truly am. But those damn loops, those damn patterns.
Right? That the patterns are so intense. They
Yeah,
fucking annihilate and obliterate the joy, the fullness of joy, the
yeah,
fullness of expression, the fullness of creativity, the fullness of success. And the truth is, Mary, when you and I jumped on a call, because Mary and I, we've been working together for what, 3 years? Has it been 3 years, Mary?
yeah, it'll be 3 years, I think, like next
That you've been
month.
in our group, doing our group
Yeah,
coaching and our group work, and now our business coaching work. And here's the deal, you've been coming out more and more and more and more. And the first conversation you and I had, you literally went out to your backyard and you were whispering by the
yeah.
fence so that nobody would hear you,
Yeah. Didn't want the neighbors. I didn't want my family. Like,
right? You're like,
I
nobody
didn't
can
want
hear
anyone
me.
knowing.
Yeah, nobody can
Right.
hear me. And hasn't it been true that you have an issue that when you get really in a way your voice literally shuts down?
It does. I will go hoarse.
Oh my God.
I feel basically like some giant person is stepping on my throat. That's how it feels. This is just pressure until it releases. And I think the more and more I know and I do the work, the more and more I feel it because it's so attuned to what's happening now, my
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So,
Good, good, good. And that's why we're having this conversation today, just to take a look at the big pattern. Because consciousness, when we make this unconscious part of ourselves conscious, we bring it into awareness, then it can no longer just run without us realizing. So now, Mary, every single time you feel the old impulse to go smaller, to shift what you're saying to be more palatable or acceptable, which is the old pattern, right? You've got to go small, you've got to be acceptable, you got to keep it right. And then your body hates it.
yeah.
It makes you separate, pull away, go inside, want to hide, not want to share, not want to speak. So it literally is stopping you in your tracks from moving forward. And so my next question is, if you truly stood in the truth, that you being your most true self, your true voice, your true words, talking about dragons or whatever the fuck you want to talk about, and that you literally are here to talk about it, how would you show up different instead? If you literally knew, no, this is the most critical thing is me being authentic. How would you show up? What would you do different?
I would I would say whatever the fuck I felt come through. I would
Right?
listen. I would listen to all that I'm hearing and put it out there because I do know other people need to hear it. And that can help them in, whatever road they're on for whoever resonates with what I have coming through, which I know there's a lot of people out there who are struggling and need help. So I know that me putting myself out there as I am, it doesn't just help me, it helps other people feel comfortable in their own skin, and I would feel comfortable in my own skin and, you know, be the person that that I truly am here to be.
Okay, I love this. I love this. So, my next question is what's one action you're going to take today? We just had this conversation. You have life. You probably have to run to appointments and do whatever you're doing. How are you going? This new identity, this true Magic Mary, like this is Magic Mary, Mary Magic. You are magical, 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 top to bottom. Your ability to create is like no one I know. You, listener, you should see her cakes. You should anything Mary designs, costumes, cakes. Like your last tea ceremony was one of the most stunning things I've ever seen with the tea bags and the tags and I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And now you have even a deeper awareness of like, yeah, that old pattern, it was seriously squashing me. So now today, how are you going to show up different? What's one real life thing you're going to do differently living in this true expression of magic that you are?
One thing today.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? I think I will just walk in my skin and walk forward and just be, because I'm a super goofy person. I find fun in everything. When I'm not within myself, when I'm out here, and I'm just going to walk in my skin today, say what I think, and do what I want.
I love it.
Do
So so
it.
so when you say that you're really like you're love to have fun, like what kinds of things just do you love to do?
Oh my God, so many fun things. Like a lot of it that I do, I will say, is I love making people feel special, and whether they do or not, I think they do. So, like, I'm the person that will, it's your birthday. I'm going to put 50 flamingos in your yard with a giant sign
Oh
that
my
might say something
God.
inappropriate. I might even toilet paper your tree. I
Oh
might
my
make you
God.
a naughty cake. I don't know. It could be
Oh
like
my
anything.
God. So what about so okay, this is so you're that person.
Yeah.
So what about like if you're like at just an appointment, you're at the dentist or
Okay.
like are you somebody that would say funny things or just like how would you
I'm
show
somebody who
up
would sit there and talk about the stars, guess their star signs, and then see where that
amazing?
conversation goes with my mouth frozen because I've done this, and literally tell them, oh, you are a Venus person because I see your Venus and your Venus is big.
Oh
And
my
whether or not they
God.
take Venus and hear something else because it's frozen.
Venus, Venus, Venus
You
peanut.
have a huge Venus.
Oh my God. Okay, so Mary, would you say that you have more awareness than you've had before of the impact and the pattern that's been running your life?
Yes, I definitely this whole and truthfully, I mean, bag work has been amazing, and being a facilitator myself, I mean, I can see, we still walk through our our things and we'll continue to do so. But that has been huge and monumental in me being able to even be sitting at this spot because I am not the person you talk to 3 years ago.
Oh, not even close. That not
Yeah.
even close.
I
The
mean, there was
strength,
glimpses, but
yeah,
not like
yeah,
this.
the strength in your voice and your presence has grown and grown and grown. And I just want to speak to bag work. So bag work, when Mary says bag work, that's the proprietary process that Tiff and I use, that we built our coaching business on. And it's all about clearing all the limiting beliefs that block us. That, like, there are a million limiting beliefs, and this pattern that Mary will be doing bag work on, has been doing bag work along the way to clear the limiting beliefs. The pattern is like the big picture view of the loop that our body and nervous system started acting on, picking up, reliving over and over and over to somehow protect us from, being wrong or being bad or being this, that, or the other. And then bag work is the tool that allows us to literally disconnect the neural pathway, in the belief that Mary then would say, one of the things is that if I speak my truth, I'll be rejected. If I speak my truth, I'm doing something wrong. If I speak my truth, I'm hurting my family. Like, those are the limiting beliefs that live inside this pattern that's been running, running, running. And doing the pattern reading is a way for me to teach you, our listener, about, so that you can start getting more consciousness about your own patterns. And Mary, thank you so much for coming on and having this conversation, being willing to go there, talk about something that has been a recurring theme in your life that you're done with. And here's to Mary Magic going huge. If you'd like to know more about Mary, I'll have a link to her website in our show notes, or to her Facebook page. Is so much fun. Like, you will love the good shit that rolls out in Mary's magical postings and videos and whatnot. You're a lot of fun, Mary. And thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up today and doing this with me.
Well, thank you for having me. It's yeah, something I'm definitely going to work on today. So I
Yeah, good.
appreciate
I
it.
really do hope, like, I know that you have to run to an appointment, and I hope that you just really keep this top of mind and keep practicing being fully Mary in any scenario. And because, patterns run, and as part of our unconscious programming, our body's really good at running the pattern. Our body will just take over and run it, and we'll find ourselves, from you, Mary, it would be keeping yourself small. And that's where you just check it and say, no, I'm not willing to do that anymore. That's not the game that I'm playing. I'm done with that one. So keep that top of mind. And thank you, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate you.
Oh my God. So there you have it. Did you enjoy it? Wasn't that amazing? Didn't Mary do such a good job? Such a great job. So now the next offer that I have is, come and join me. Come and do a free pattern reading with me. This is my life's work. Tiff and I, we were literally built for this. We've been running our business for 16 years, helping people identify the patterns that are keeping them stuck, clearing them out, bringing awareness to them, allowing people to see for themselves where they've been totally unconscious to a pattern that's supposed to be keeping them safe, but in fact is just making them feel worse. So jump on in. Can't wait to see you on the inside.